achieved by 2015 that respond to the world's main development challenges. The goals are drawn from the actions and targets contained in the Millennium Declaration that was adopted by 191 nations, including Canada, and signed by 147 heads of state and government at the UN Millennium Summit in 2000.
The goal I'm going to address is the creation of a global partnership for development, which targets are aid, trade, and debt relief.
The problem is that developing countries are in debt to developed countries. So any available money goes to paying interest charges rather than back into healthcare, education, and other social services, directly benefiting the public in the country who raised the taxes in the first place.
The situation would improve in the developing countries if there was a global partnership. One of the issues that is hoped to be addressed is the development of an open, non-discriminatory trading and financial system.
The issue that I would like to address is we as a group would like to integrate principles of sustainable development into country policies and programs. In other words, we'd like to reverse the loss of environmental resources and reduce by half the proportion of people without sustainable access to safe drinking water. We would also love to achieve significant improvement in lives of at least 100 million slum dwellers by the year 2020.
The goal I'm going to address is the mortality rate of children under 5. Did you know that 11 million children die every year because of preventable causes? Our goal is to reduce this rate by 2/3.
The goal that I would like to address is to reverse the spread of diseases, especially HIV and malaria.
11 children under 15 years old die of an age-related illness every 15 minutes. Did you know that each year, 350 to 500 million cases of malaria occur worldwide, and over 1 million people die? Most of them are young children in sub-Saharan Africa. Statistics show that in December of 2007, the number of people living with HIV is approximately 33.3 million. 2.5 million of them are children under 15, and 30.8 million of them are adults. Out of those adults, 16.6 million of them are women.
The goal that I'm going to address is the maternal mortality rate, and that it can be lowered to 3/4, because a woman living in sub-Saharan Africa has a 1 in 16 chance of dying due to childbirth complications, compared to a woman living in the developed world, where their chances of dying are 1 in 3,800.
The goal I'm going to address is half extreme poverty and hunger. To reduce the percentage of people in hunger by half by 2015, because every 3.8 seconds someone dies from hunger. 75% of those are children.
The goal that I would like to address is to empower women and promote equality between women and men. Did you know that women work 2/3 of the world's working hours, produce over half of the world's food, and yet only earn 10% of the world's income and own less than 1% of the world's property? 3 years ago, Mozambique signed a new law that gave women equal rights as a member of a household. So women finally received the legal right to divorce, create prenuptial agreements, and inherit property. That was in 2005.
The goal that I'd like to address is the universal primary education by 2015.
In the last 5 years in Uganda, Africa, the pupil-to-classroom ratio has only increased by 13, leaving it as 71 students to every 1 classroom, which is more than double the classroom size at Air Canberra.
One child dies every 3 seconds because of poverty.
1 in 2 people live on less than $2 per day. 1 in 16 sub-Saharan African women will die from complications of pregnancy or childbirth. 1 person dies every 13 seconds because of AIDS. 1 in 6 people in the world don't have access to clean, safe drinking water. For every statistic, there's a person behind the number, just like there's a person and a face behind every mask.